Very good day, everybody. Welcome to another video. I'm your personal funky sim pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko and I'll be your captain for today's flight. Today's flight will be our second attempt at flying the Just Flight RJ Professional, or the Avro RJ100, the variant that we're choosing again. We're also choosing the Summit Air as well. Only this time we are not departing from Portland, but we are departing from Boeing Field in Seattle, King Bounty International Airport. Apparently it's also known as Boeing Field. All I know it from is when I land at Seattle, I always see this airport really close by and it always looks so cool. So I figured this is probably a nice little airport for our RJ100 to take off from. And we'll head north to Canada. We will fly to Vancouver again, or at least try again. So the destination has not changed, but the departure has changed. It's now KBFI. We go to CYVR. It's a flight time of about 1 hour tops. Obviously we'll need to set up the aircraft. What went wrong yesterday at the first attempt at flying this was the thrust settings. I basically watched the video of 320 sim pilot. I haven't really studied it. I was, peeling potatoes when I was doing it, watching it, but yeah, to sort of get the gist of the thing, and I think that should work out. I think that's the missing information that I needed. But what we saw yesterday, it's very easy to underestimate sometimes things, So it will be interesting in any case. So yeah, all right. I think we should just get in and give it another shot. I would like to sit here, please. Thank you. All right, so powering it up. Should be able to turn on the headlights. And looks like we do not. I don't think we have external power available. I'm thinking we should probably just go ahead and start up the APU. So let's do that. APU starts. The RPM starts to rise. There's the turbine gas temperature. And then momentarily we should see a little message saying APU is available. APU power available. Did it just turn itself off there? It kind of looks like it, man. That's a first. I thought you need the inner left pump. I mean, I think I remember this from the 146. That is most interesting. Let's see if we can start it up again. TGT starts to rise. APU power available, and then it drops. So if we now turn on APU generator, Not gonna do jack shit. Alright. So maybe it was a bit faster. Avionics master autopilot master. Actually, I think these we probably only turn on when we have external power on APU. Not really sure. We do have a checklist. I haven't checked it. I saw it at Steam Pilot, but it's like the first, like one of them, 106 items. We could maybe do something else. Aircraft. Let's actually let's get the ground power first. That's what we're here for. There you go. So we have external power coming then, I think. Oh no, there it is. Alright. That's now available. So external power goes on. That's sounding a lot better. Let's stop, turn off the APU button there for a bit. So let's try that again, shall we? So around 400 degrees, the light should turn green. If you power available, but it goes back immediately. That is so interesting. I've never seen this before. Why? Maybe, let's see. Let's turn on all the fuel pumps. Okay, so the light comes on and will the needle drop again immediately? There it goes. It's saying external AC power available. I'm not really sure it sounds like we're on it, but yes, we were. So the button just springs back into place. Give some battery power to the galley. So battery 1 has sufficient power, battery 2 off, standby generator, external DC, 28 volts. Not sure what TR1 and TR2 stand for. This seriously is totally new to me. I've never seen this. Off, reset. So we got 4 fuel pumps. But never hurt nobody. Let me for a second just power off the entire plane. Put these back as well. Nav lights, entry lights, and the logo lights. And leave no smoking and cabin emergency lights. That's really, that's so funny. I've never seen that. Alright, so battery 1, battery 2. Basically I'm going on memory from the 146. Not even sure if I did it correctly there. Nav lights on. So we have external power available, so let's first go ahead and turn that on. I don't know. I wanted to say, does the APU need charge? Maybe that's a little stupid question. So like, should be in this, but I cannot imagine. I don't think so. Anyway, let's just do some setup things nonetheless. First, we do not need the APU now because we are on external power anyway. So if we head back to the EFP, let's go OFP and get our flight plan. So we have KBFI to CYVR. The routing it will be direct to the VOR over there, Papa Alpha Echo, and then we have the Grizz 7 arrival. Here's the output. We'll be cruising flight level 140. We have average wind component minus 0.8, average ISA minus 15. Fuel 3.8, final reserves are 1.7, and then our routing 14 right, direct to Papa Alpha Echo, and then for 08 right we have the Grizz 7, probably Grizzly 7 arrival. The aircraft will be import the payload, start refueling, and let's get the passengers on board as well. Start boarding. Boarding in progress. Alright. So that means we should have our weights and everything. Now the flight plan we will have to put in ourselves, but as you saw, this was like the smallest flight plan ever, or the shortest. Nonetheless, let's I needed this button. We do not have nothing here yet. That I know why. It's because we didn't turn on the avionics master, autopilot master, the yaw damper. There you go, FMC. Oh yeah, the nav data was out of date. Okay, position initialization, KBFI. So what, it does take this, let's see, route, legs, okay. Let's go back to position. So KBFI, the gate, I have no clue. Investigate. We're close to 14 right. Private ramp. This does not have any names on it. With airport information. Private ramp. And then if we go to airport charts for, not for Vancouver, not for Boeing. Taxi. It looks like there is no parking position. Obviously this is a very small airport. So let's not bother with that too much. We're just going to copy the GPS data from there. So it will come into the scratch pad, and we just press there and it will be in. Do that. Route. KBFI. That's the origin, and we're going to Charlie Yankee Victor Romeo. Flight number will be SUT 812. There you go. The runway. Can't we put that in? Well, let's just put it in. 14. What's this? 14 right? Does that only have 14? 14 right to 08 right. 14 right. So basically we're going direct Papa Alpha Echo, and that should be the entire flight plan. So that's a direct. That would be the top one. Let's activate and let's execute. Then we go to departure arrival. So we have runway 14 right, execute, index, and for Vancouver we will have ILS 08 right. Just double check here real quick. 08 right. Now we have the Grizzly 7 arrival. Execute. So that's it. So basically if we go to the legs page now, we should have an entire flight plan. So after takeoff we go direct to Papa Alpha Echo. From there we have start go, and then we have the VOR at Vancouver, NACMA, and then they will vector you to Trusty, and from there to the runway. So we'll have a look at the bit where it says vectors. Maybe we can vector ourselves by programming some extra waypoints in or something, or maybe just connecting some. So we'll have a look at that later. If we just continue, go to in the draft page. I mean, this is the easy bit. We did this yesterday, and yeah, this is not where the most where the biggest challenge lies. Enter performance in the data. Yes, that's what we're here for. Where's the delete button? Thank you. Rather clear, I guess. So our weight situation, always a sensitive topic. What exactly do I want to know? Gross weight. Start with the zero fuel weight. 36.4. Zero fuel weight 36.4. Gives us gross weight of 41.6. That seems to be correct. And the total fuel weight, let's make it 5.2. Just like it says right there. 5.2. It reserves, I believe, 1.9. You made 1.9, I believe. $1.7. Alright. 1.7 for the reserves. Cruising altitude was 140. And the cruise 20 degrees. Let's have a look now. What was this again? So the temperature will be the ISA. That will be minus 0.15. For the cruise wind, we have to decrease. I'm guessing it's average wind, so 019 or 012. And I believe yesterday we got a format error or something, but I am mistaken. Transition altitude, 18,000 feet, that's correct. We do not have to touch that. So that's in, execute. So that's all in. I think we're basically set up then. Position performance. I think we're set up. Let's go to the legs page. And let's keep on setting everything up. I'm really curious if the APU is going to start now, yes or no. As I said, it's totally new, man. Especially for this aircraft, but basically for all aircraft. You know, like it starts up and then it's like, well, you know what? No, I'm not going to start up. I'm like, what the hell is up with that? But I don't know. I've had a week vacation until I went back to work, so maybe I'm just like super tired and do not see it even if it's right in front of me. Let's turn on some lights. We should have some here as well. I think the panel wants a little bit of flood. And something else we discovered yesterday. I believe you go to Airline and then to nav. Let's start by giving that a shot, otherwise I'll quickly look it up. Get rid of this here. Turn on the EFIS down here and the one down there. Right, man. Come on, APU. Chill on me. Start, please. So I just really quickly had to check the count. What's happening? Oh, this looks stable. Finally. Let's turn on the APU generator. So I'm not sure what is up with that. What changed? But, well, it works. As usually, we are flying real-world time and real-world weather. When I initially loaded into the simulator at this very same spot, it was really dark. I was thinking, what the hell, man? But yeah, apparently I had messed with the time. It was not the standard, the real time setting. So hopefully the takeoff is going to go well, but we'll find that out momentarily. I wanted to say it's not rocket science, but there's definitely some engines involved, obviously. We have some very interesting cabin views, like wing view. I'm thinking we could maybe have a look at the cabin. See, how do I do this with the controller? Yes, there you go. Because it has all these light buttons. Looks like they're all on already. They're all in the on position. We have some interesting lighting going on here, and there's a couple of lights that you can turn off, others you turn on. I have no clue which light is which. Probably says it here. See, for instance, there was a ceiling light, I guess, but I dim. I can also just at the side cabin, center cabin. I have no clue if I see any difference. What is this, like a master? What is this? Power off, ground service. Suppose you turn them all off. It still looks quite bright, actually. Alright, let's just turn the whole lot on. Can look at that maybe in some longer flight or something. Alright, back to the flight time. Uncage this little friend right here. Curious to see if the navigation system is going to. You know what? Let's just have a look at the. I have the manual with me, so if I need to look something up, I should be able to do it. Flight guidance computer is control computer for the FGS. Let's see, stairway. Don't think this is it yet. Let's look for the IRS. You should look up IRS when you're in the manual, because it's going to go to airspeed and first and all those words. Let's see, inertial reference system. It's taking a little bit too long. Let's carry on. Maybe even get a light, and otherwise we can do the little trick that we learned yesterday. So let's see, aircraft are basically set up. I think I will like some lights over here. Console float, forward console, aft console. And now that we're down here, FDR fail. Wow, man. This is the brake temperatures. 3121. This still, again, this easy stuff. transponder. There was something your ground is. I'm just clicking buttons. Lock the flight deck door, by the way. As you can see, I have no system at work here at all whatsoever. Oh, you go back. Alright, let's set up some other things here. Look, auto spoiler is on, anti-skid should be on. I believe fan brakes go to auto. Not sure if we have to do all of these things just yet. Engine 2 pump. DC pump, AC pump, power transfer unit. APU still on. External HC can be turned off. Maybe we already did that. Let's get rid of the ground power unit as well. I believe you need the engine NTIs on for start, for engine start. Fast seatbelt signs can be turned on. Not these. Emergency flight deck lights. And I believe this one should on as well. APU air is now on. Could have done that immediately, actually. Totally forgot about that. Turn on the beacon. So I believe, if I understood correctly, we see here the weight 42,000 kilograms. Gross weight it looks. I believe the information from the ESB will be visible. Where the hell were we? Wait. Yeah, so for the thrust system, 42,000 kilograms. If we go for a flat 18% takeoff, like this one. So what it should do, I'm not really sure if it matters where you leave this button, but it will display you can change the values here if you want, but we don't have to, it's already done automatically like that. So I'm going to leave it into the N1 percentage setting, 91.8. And I believe when we take off, we'll have to arm the auto thrust. And there's this little button, here this one next to DME, and this will set the takeoff thrust. So it's obviously something to easily overlook. You know, they hid it there, and there was also, I believe, there's also a little click spot. I believe it was this for the heading mode, to sync the heading mode with the current heading. So that's pretty cool. And the altitude for landing, I believe you set it. So let's just not mess with it for now. Just see if we can break it nonetheless. I am going to turn on the both of the nav radios, although we will only need them for the ILS approach. And let's set the altitude 14,000 feet. Let's turn on the flight directors. Looks like I'm not really sure if the navigation has worked as we wanted. So how did they do it? Click it, turn it off. I believe that was it. Like the sort of workaround, if you will. As I said, I haven't really looked into that yet. But that should work within 30 seconds. And otherwise, let me check here real quick. So I can't wait to land this plane, man. Let's see, what was the quick and dirty version? Off ALN, nav ALN. So off ALN, nav ALN. Oh, there you go. And off ALN, nav ALN. So hopefully this is going to help us out. I think we're almost ready for push and start. And the runway was, I think it's the one in front of us. So it's fairly easy, we just go left and we should be there. Let's quickly have a look here. That's it. So one for right. Oh, this one for left actually. Oh, there's a smaller runway here. Okay, no, so we have the big one right here. Alright, so to start up the engines, let's see if this will align. It looks like it's taken longer than 30 seconds. We should maybe go to the inner rest page or index position. I think I misclicked there. Index position. Well, where does it go? So let's just clear that out. Oh, I can't press and hold. Can I click delete? Are you kidding me, man? That's also new. Alright. So the sucker is not aligning. It looks like this one already knows where we are. But, this might be okay. Press it to nav now. There you go. Cool. Alright, we got that out of the way. I think we're almost ready, man. We have the 2 speed of 140, and that is also there. But then I believe after takeoff, you will have to set the thrust yourself. you will arm the auto thrust, and you will use the level change. And the level change will find the perfect pitch to maintain the set altitude there, and this will basically climb the aircraft to the altitude that you set there. Let's have a look at the runway heading. (135). And you think we could maybe just roll out of here? Absolutely. So we're going to do that. We're not going to push back, we're just going to start up the engines and move forward. So I think we can then finally go ahead. So the start master goes on. And you select engine number 4. And that's the most beautiful sound from Microsoft Flight Simulator ever. Then you watch the N2, apparently at 10% and not 20. 10%, you can already add the fuel. So let's do that. Go to the legs page here. And I also believe then once you want the aircraft to go into climb mode, you press the climb button right there. So we'll see how that's going to work out for us. So we have the heading of 135, we have 40. I'm not going to set the course for here now. And we should have one running engine. Or do we? Appears a little low for idle, man. I don't think it's running. So funny, we have all these, first we have the APU, it did not want to start. Let's have a look up here, and actually let's check what they're saying here. APU, ice protection, elect, and a parking brake. APU is still running, and we should be on the APU generator. Not sure if we should actually have, I think we have to turn these on, although I'm not really sure. Did we have engine pump 2 or 3, we have those turned on. Let's give this another try. Basically, as you can see, my, well, maybe not sure if you can see it, but my flow is a little bit different in this one. And it's definitely not working. Let's just reset this there for a bit. Start master on. So the N2 is there. You saw yesterday how easy this aircraft is to turn on. Really, it must have something to do with the flow. I tend to be a little bit autistic like that, I guess. So whenever something's a little bit different, I'm like, oh, no, it doesn't work. I must say, usually, I have the anti-icing system off, so I think I'm just going to do what I would have normally done. So go to on. Ice protect may go off as well. We have the whole lot armed and on up here. So let's go chop this sucker down. So start master on. Engine number 4. Start. Let's just wait until it reaches 20, like I would normally do. Oh damn, so it was already on. So I don't think this is starting up, man. Just for the fun of it, let's try engine number 3. Doesn't really look like it's firing here up anything. Good to see, man. We have the APU bleed on. Should. There's APU power available. Do have TGT for the APU, and we have RPM. Definitely looks like the APU should be on. And we have APU generator on as well. Turn these back to offline. So today we have all these interesting things. So the APU earlier simply would not start. It would come up to 100 and it would just fall back, and I was never able to turn it on. What's going on up here? Got that as well. I'm not buying it. Why does it say APU up there? Ice protect electricity. I'm going to put the generators online. I think I usually do, and it should never be a problem, really. That is one thing. We have the fuel pumps on. Power transfer unit is on. Hydraulics. Lighting doesn't really matter. Air conditioning, it could. Could it be that? No. The APU air should always be able to be on, right? I mean, I've never had to look at this. Usually it's APU air on and, just start the aircraft. And I think usually I turn these on. Ice protection. Electricity, APU. So this is just telling us the APU is on because it's yellow. I would expect it to be green just to tell you, hey man, your APU is on, and it would be down here or something. The electricity, not sure what it's complaining about. Going to give this one more shot before I will start considering panic. So start master goes to 1. Engine number 4 and start. I also do not see the regular light dropout cut out for a second, so perhaps that's already like a symptom. Oh man, I keep forgetting to put the thing off. But I don't think it's going to work. Engine number 3, start. wait for around 10 to 20%. And we can introduce fuel. No, sorry, Bob. It won't budge. Alright, so let's turn that off again. Look up here, let's reset the whole lot. And let's have a look at the APU. There goes the APU. You think we could like immediately re-engage? I don't think it likes it. Okay, let's have it cool down for a minute. APU gen can be turned off as well. APU oil low pressure. That goes out, and the turbine gas temperature starts increasing, so does the RPM, and the DGT should fall back to around 400 right there. And then when it's at 400, you should get a green light here saying APU power available. And that stays on this time, so that's good. So APU is on. Master. I don't think actually we need these below here, so let's try and do it without for now. Let's stay up here. APU, select working brake, alright. Engine number 4. So you can hear it do something, but not what it's supposed to do. Definitely not starting. Let's stop that again. Why is it complaining about the anti-skid? Right. Avionics fan off. Turn off the APU air action. Okay, come on APU. You never were the problem. There you go. APU add on. So what's the problem with the electricity? And my inverters and my generators are armed, so that should be fine. We put these two offline, but complain about the electricity. Does turn them off. But I think we need them actually for starting the engines. I turn off APU generator. Still says elect. Alright, so let's turn that back on. Turn the brake fans off, although I cannot imagine that would be the culprit. I hope I'm not overlooking anything like super like in your face, you know. Been known to happen, especially after a long day at work. But excuses, man. Just let's try this again. Start power, I think should be just a norm. I never have to mess with this internal DC. Probably if we want to start on external power, we could try that as a backup. Let's first give it one more shot. Starting power and engine number 4, and let's start to start it up. Looks like the N2 is not even doing anything. Or is it at 10.9? No. No, it's... I have no clue, man. I totally broke it. Oh man, I want to fly this sucker. I mean, look at it. Look at it. Fucking cute plane, man. And seriously, like straight out of the box, yesterday I just turned it on, you know, and then we ran into some other problems. It's because of me not knowing the aircraft. But this kind of stuff, I've done this millions of times. If you've seen it a couple of days on the video, on the stream. I just start these RJs up, you know, so I have no clue what's going on. Especially, well, except what I said, there's something in the flow that's going a little bit weird today. Because I was following a slightly different flow. And that's very easy to get lost. So it's not working. Let's turn those off. And let's see if we can use external power for booting. That will be interesting. I will have to reconnect it. Ground power, please. That's available. So let's turn on external power. And we should actually now, I think, be able to see external power 28. If we disconnect, that is okay. And if we disconnect here, and then indeed it drops. Okay. There it is. There we have power. Okay, so we are definitely on. It's also interesting to see that it's modeled and it works. External power available and on. So we select the external DC starting option, I guess. Start master to 1. Let's just start with engine number 1 this time, just something fresh, I guess. Wait. And go. Engine start. The N2 does not appear to do anything at all anymore. It looks like we seriously broke it. I've absolutely no clue. I don't know, can you flop these things or something? I think I'm going to cheat because I want to keep on going. I do not want to sit here and troubleshoot any longer. So I think we choose ready to go. I really don't like doing this. Confirm aircraft state change, yes please.
Ready for takeoff selected.
Alright, very good, thank you. And a whole bunch of systems start failing on us. Let's see. What's going on? What's our status? Something looks really weird here. Yeah. Okay. We're going to have to take off the gloves. Let's go cold and dark.
Cold and dark selected.
So the aircraft is cold and dark. And then can we now just go to ready for takeoff? Yes, confirm
Ready
please.
for takeoff selected.
You do have dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour, right? Maybe just taking its time, and we're not seeing it do anything, because it's, you know, I'm not sure if it can turn on and just the engines are fully started, as if you're loading into a game, you know. It could very well be that it's doing this stuff in real time, but doesn't really appear there's anything happening. I've little to no experience with these states, except maybe just choosing cold and dark, you know, because that's how I like to do it always. I don't think there's any failures or anything. Probably I am the failure myself. Just click fix all, just in case. Okay, shut up, man. Cold and dark.
Cold and dark selected.
So I don't know if there's anything wrong, like maybe I should restart the flight or whatever. That could be, you know, but yeah, I don't want to do that without any reason. But that's also one possibility, really. You know, that's just something. Software just got weird. So basically we chose cold and dark, so I would assume everything is just off and everything. That looks like that's the case. So here's what we'll do. Battery on. Nav light on. Avionics masters, autopilot master, and yaw damper. Let's see. Let's get ground power. External power available, turn it on. Get some power for the coffee machine in the galley. Nav lights, we turn them on. Turn on the EFIS on both sides. This one is online immediately. That second one as well. That's actually pretty cool. Okay. So that is really nice. We do still have the flight plan and everything. Alright, that definitely saves some time. We have 42,000 kilograms. That's also still correct. That's good. Then let's check real quick. Get some lights on so we can see what we're messing up. 3121, we still have that on. I think that would also... We're Skokie Charlie. I have this creepy feeling that it might not work. But let's stay positive and inquisitive and all miserable shit. Alright, so start up the APU. I said earlier, as far as I know, you need the left inner fuel pump. That is also being used by the APU as far as I know. But you do not need it necessarily. I can remember that there have been moments where I've turned on the APU and I was like, oh, didn't I need the left inner pump? And then later I turned it on, you know. So APU power available, and you see, this is exactly the issue that we had earlier. The RPM starts to drop. I don't know, I'm just gonna sit here and look at the plane. It sounds nice. So anyone have any interesting ideas? Throw them out. If you're a girl, naked and beautiful, send me your telephone number. It's really puzzling, man. But I want to get this. I want to get this plane off the ground so hard, and into the air, and then back onto the ground again in one piece, and intentionally. So yesterday something went terribly wrong after takeoff because I was not aware of certain power settings. So basically we went straight into a stall shortly after takeoff, and then obviously I went full power, and things just got worse from there, and the whole aircraft, the whole scene turned into like the vomit comet. You know, that's the aircraft that's being used to train astronauts short moments of microgravity. So they're basically falling with the plane. It's a plane that's flying in these parabolic arches, if you will. And yeah, and so then the plane just takes a nosedive and everybody starts floating, right? For like 20 or 30 seconds or 17 seconds, I don't know, like for a short while. But basically, that's what we were doing. So the aircraft was at some stage going totally nose up, like out of control nose up. I was like, what the hell, man? So I put nose down, then I tried to trim for stabilization. Trim did not appear to work, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, I think it's actually going down, but then it was going nose down completely. And basically, so it went up and down like that. At some stage, I sort of killed the engines, more or less. Looked for the airport on the Navigraph chart just by clicking, okay, so where the hell is the airport? Where? Just took a right, there it should be, and there was poor visibility, so we went below the clouds, there was the airport, and basically we landed with the engines fully idle and flaps all down and everything. At least we managed to touch down again. But that was one hell of a first flight. And we went back to the airport, and we never arrived. Just saying, yaw damper. Didn't you, wasn't that... We got FDR fail. I am going to reload this aircraft, man. Just to restart the flight. Because, something is totally off. I don't know if I clicked something that the aircraft or the simulator doesn't like. Just makes zero sense. I don't really like doing this on the stream, but, you know, you got to go, you know what I mean.
State saving disabled.
That's good. State saving disabled. So I'm really curious if I could now immediately start the APU, yes or no. And if we can't, we'll restart it one more time. We'll just choose the ready for takeoff. But we will then probably have to enter the flight plan, but the flight plan is like literally one waypoint. So let's see how this is going. At least it stays on now. That's good. APU gen on. And then let's try, let's have a look at the center pedestal. It does still say FDR fail. FDR is the flight data recorder. It could be a simulated failure, manual activation. Failures can also be managed manually triggered through the electronics flight bag. Well, that's not what we did. So they're saying here, in the Just Flight RJ Professionals Avro RJ series, the FDR fail message indicates a malfunction in the flight data recorder system. The system is designed to record various flight parameters for post-flight analysis and safety investigations. Possible causes: 1. Simulated failure. 2. Manual activation. So basically troubleshooting steps would be access the failures menu and 2. Check for active failures. Reset the failure, but there should be no failures active at all. Let's have a look at the settings. Clock is not it. And here is the, where was the failure page? Aircraft, and then you have this one. And I think if you look here in the options, probably there's an option for failures as well. Cockpit pilot is having definitely not need, will not need. Mission fine, AT throttle lock. I think it remembered from what I said yesterday anyway. That actually looks okay. So get our OFP again. That's still there. It's good to see it's not synced yet. So this is now at 29,000 kilograms. So at least something is going right. Import. And start refueling, and the passengers can go as well. Start boarding, and that should be completed.
Boarding is complete.
So we are on APU. We are not on external power. Now for setting up the FMC. Recognizing the airport, and we're just going to give it the coordinates. Then we can go to route. Can clear this message out. From KBFI to Vancouver, CYVR, and put in the flight number 23812. That is in, and our runway is going to be 14 right. And then we go direct to Papa Alpha Echo, and that's basically the entire flight plan. And we need the top one, this one, thank you. We can activate and execute. Now we go to the departure arrival page. Departure will only be a runway, that will be 14 right, and then we have a direct waypoint, so there's no departure route that we're going to be flying. Back to index page, and then for the arrival airport we will have ILS 08 right, we have the Grizzly 7, no, not the islands, go back, erase. ILS 08 right, and the Grizzly 7 arrival, so that's in as well, and execute, so that's right there. Then the flight plan discontinuity, we'll look at that later. That's only one. That's negligible. Unit ref page. And see the fuel that we got now. Looks like we do have a different fuel number than before. Or no. Total fuel weight 3.8, and it's asking us the zero fuel weight 36.3. 36, oh, let's clear this. 36.3 for the zero fuel weight gives us 40.2 on the gross weight, and then the total fuel weight will be 3.8. We're going to make it 3.9, just like it does there as well. 3.9, and quickly check the LFP. It was 1.7 on the final reserve fuel. That's still 1.7. 1.7. And we are going to cruise at flight level 140. And the temperature was minus. I'm not sure, can we do minus actually? 007. Let's just give it a try. It will be interesting. For the ISA deviation, no. So, clear. So just minus 007. And the cruise wind, we'll have that up here, that was 019er 012. 019er 012. There you go. Transition now to 13,000 feet, execute. Okay, so the FMC has been set up. Have a look here, turn on a little bit of lighting. 2 FFDR fail. Still, but I'm not sure why that is. Why the X-core. Maybe it might be that turns off the moment we start our engines. We have now 41,000. We can set flaps to 18, and that will give us our P rotate speed of 134. Come on, how do we turn this little button, man? 134, that's the V1 speed. Or sorry, the rotate speed. And V2 will be 138, that should come in the box. That's in the box right there. Let's go to 14,000 feet. Feet. Okay, so we have the flight plan and everything loaded up. Got some lighting going on here. Let's get some more here as well. And let's turn on the EFIS displays. And some more lighting on this side as well. Oh, should have this one, panel lights, a little bit of floodlights. Get this bucket out of the way. See if we can first put them in a line, see if that's the way to do it, and if later on they will start blinking. Otherwise we'll do the quick and dirty way again. So let's check the overhead panel. So we turned on the avionics. The inskid can be turned on. The left and green spoilers, or left spoilers can be turned on. We have auto spoiler on. DC pump. Usually this is stuff that I just turn on blindly, and I'm like, yeah, man, it just works. But I don't fully comprehend everything in great detail of what's going on there. Galley and the anti-ice I'm not going to touch just yet. I think we can turn these on actually. I'm just going to do that. We are on APU Gen, so let's turn the APU Air. And usually when you turn on the APU Air, you should hear some airflow, and I do not hear that. Not sure what is up with that. Emergency lights not armed. Oh, that's very friendly. Turn on the seatbelt sign. Arm these emergency lights, and the nose smoking sign can go on as well. Turn on the logo lights. Not the strobe, the beacon. We'll be hopefully starting our engines really soon. And let's see what happens. Start master 1, engine number 4. I am going to turn these on as well and start. At least the N2 starting to run again. So let's introduce the fuel. This is looking a lot better. We get exhaust gas temperature. So finally, that's good news. Right, engine number 3. Four, 5, 6, 7. So that's about to reach 10. Turn that on. Thing is finally coming to life, man. I am going to do the quick and dirty here again. Go off, align, nav, align, align, nav, align. Shit. Off, align, nav. Go on, align. See, we got 2 running engines. Engine number 2, And the flight recorder light has extinguished. So I'm thinking, yeah, the message there is gone as well. So it was a bit of a rough start. Hopefully it will be a smooth continuing. So, well, my apologies for the delay. For any viewer, this must be an extremely understimulating experience. Engine number 1. Start it up. %, and 2. Fuel. These should be blinking. We switch them to nav, and we should be good. So that's nice. So we should have the flight plan in there. It will not be a very long flight plan. Oops, can go to the plan page. You see our first waypoint, Papa Alpha Echo, and we can increase the range, decrease the range with this button. We got some sort of idea of what we can expect. So we have 4 running engines. That's beginning to sound a lot better. So now what we'll do, let's have a look. Turn off the engine start master, and we bring the generator 1 and 4 online. Let's see if it's asking anything about ice. No, just saying the parking brake is on, and it's saying the engine ignition is on. So that is, I think that's okay. This one is off. I guess we can leave that on for now. And I think we're about ready, man. Turn off the APOR. Turn on the packs. Air conditioning. I don't know. It looks like it might not like that at this stage, because we might need them. We might need alt power for takeoff. Check the lights here, strobe, everything basically there set up as well. I think we should almost be ready. Let's check here. We turn on the flight director on both sides. The runway heading was 135. We should now be able to turn on lateral navigation. So apparently the vertical navigation does not work. So you can click it, but nothing will happen. It has something to do with they wanted to implement this on these airplanes. So the option was there, but it sort of never really took off. And if I understand correctly, this was actually even before VNAV was actually becoming a norm. But I'm not really sure if I understood that bit correctly. We can set the flaps to 18. We can leave this to max. The moment we are at our acceleration altitude, I believe we can turn on the climb mode. So that's exciting. Let's also turn on the ILS, or the nav 1 and the nav 2 radio. What we could do Now that things are still nice, quiet and easy, let's have a look at the approach chart, 083, and then we have the ILS frequency, 109.5. So I guess we can 109.5 and just switch it around. Do the same on this side. No, nope. 109.5 and switch that around as well. I might be scared, man. I'm thinking let's go to the runway, let's set the altimeter. Just going to press the B button for now. Let's turn on the taxi lights. And there's really nothing else up here. Oh, okay. Well, let's get going. Parking brake released. And before we do anything, let's remove the chocks, shall we? So we don't have to create any kind of mess. Alright, and we're finally pulling out. There we go. It's cool to be at this little airport, and maybe our next flight would maybe be interesting to fly this very same flight, but then in reverse. So we take off at Vancouver and we touch down here at the Boeing airfield, or the Boeing field. Right, so we're at runway 14 right. That's where we want to be. Our flaps are in position. Let's turn on the landing lights. Turn on the strobe lights. And on the DCAS, we will go to EARA. Let's actually give ourselves a clock code 3121, there you go. And I think that really should be it. Go then try the config check. Let's first line up. And we should not forget to arm the auto thrust. That's clear on the left. Looks clear on the right too. Alright, man. Let's stop right here. Let's arm the auto thrust. And we should also have a timer in here, elapsed time. And run. Okay, so we will basically put the thrust levers forward to about 50% N1, let them settle, and then we press the takeoff go around button for the thrust settings, I must say, and we press this little screw there, that's a hidden click spot. And let's quickly have a look. I think the performance page. Do we have that? Exclamation VNAV. Might be on VNAV. No. Okay. I believe the parking brakes were released. Let's check the config. Yesterday it was winding at us. And today it is not. So, there's a little bit of progress.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
50% and takeoff thrust.
Check thrust. Airspeed allowed.
Cabin just departure.
Thrust set.
Sorry about that.
80 knots. Go. Rotate.
Okay.
Positive climb. Gear up selected.
Gear is coming. So I think we can now put it on climb.
Speed checked. Flaps 0.
Flaps retracting, and we turn on the autopilot. Autopilot is on. Climb norm. And then we can set the speed. Let's start by, I don't know, 250. I didn't check the charts. Let's go with 220 to begin with. I hope I'm doing this correctly. As I said, I just watched a little bit while I was peeling potatoes. A little video by 320 Simpilot, one of my all-time heroes. What a cool guy, man. Like, he's a gentleman. He's funny. He's smart. He knows how to get the information across in a very, very interesting way. Absolutely an all-star favorite. Alright, 4.5 minutes into the flight. Speed's looking good. wants to find 220. Let's quickly have a look at the departure chart. Well, we do not have a departure actually, so not really sure. So let's just keep on going like this. And from here on out, I'm not really sure. We are, I think we do level change. If you want to climb, let's do that. Or you wait until we're at 220 or something. Let's just do level change now. See what that's going to do. And I guess it then turns to IAS mode. As far as I know, the IAS mode will adjust the pitch so that it can maintain a certain speed. So this is what we wanted to see yesterday. The aircraft taking off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew have been released to begin their service, but please note that seatbelt signs are still on.
But what does that mean? Engine 1, valve not shut. Let's do ice detect. Ice protect, ice detected. Okay. Oh, that's a wrong one. So that's Seattle today. Alright, so let's have a look at the navigational display. It's quite a small display there. Basically, we fly towards this VOR, and then basically already our arrival should come. So we do not really have VNAV, but we can use it to monitor to see where our top of descent should be. So I'm hoping we will actually see that. I think it's on the plan page still. Let's put that on map. So there's your top of climbs, there's your top of descent. Okay, so we're climbing to 14,000 feet. It looks to maintain its power at 220 knots for some reason, so that's good news.
Traffic.
feet. And turn off the fasten seatbelt signs and the landing lights as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has switched off the fasten seatbelt sign. You're free to move about the cabin.
Alright, so let's set up the aircraft for approach. The final approach course will be 083 degrees. Zero 3 degrees.
Clear of conflict.
Very good. And we have the ILS frequency entered, 109.5, 109.5. And let's do one sanity check on the actual chart, 109.5, 083. Decision altitude will be not authorized, not authorized. radio altitude 99 or 100. I know that it's here, but where do we see? Okay, decision altitude, you see that there in the lower right of the PFD. So put that to 100. Alright, so we're turning now. So we're overflying Papa Alpha Echo. That's 13,000 feet, so we're almost at cruising altitude. And then, I'm not sure if you climb norm, I don't know, maybe that's actually okay. So let's just leave it like that. So we're 10 minutes into the flight. Do we have, this is on VOR, okay. So what's it doing? We're at 40,000 feet. The speed is going back to 220, it's going to stay there. Doesn't really look like it. Well, yeah, maybe it does. Going a little bit low. Let's keep an eye on that for a while. But this is absolutely, when you compare this with the to the 146, also by just flight, so basically the same aircraft as this, the other one that I was using on the channel. Then, you know, this has speed management, whereas the 146 you have to manage your own speed throughout the entire flight, which can be quite challenging. So this is a lot better in that sense. But I must say, the other aircraft, I do really have a very special place in my heart for the 146 because it has only VOR capabilities. Here you actually have a working FMC, and you can actually use lateral navigation and everything. But that's not possible in the 146. And in this one it is, which is a little bit more modern and realistic these days, obviously. Alright, so 083, and let's have a look at the charts. Here we have our arrival charts. Can we get ourselves? We are actually on it already. Bezov, let's see, 10,000 feet. Yeah, so 10,000 feet would be good at Egret. Then to Golvev, 8,000 feet. And what's the, I believe the airport elevation was like, I don't know, 46 or something, like basically sea level. 13, the touchdown zone is 9, so practically sea level there. Glide slope will start at 2,000 feet. And we will have to come in via Boo-Boo or Taspi, so let's quickly have a look at that before we are forced to descend. Double descent is definitely coming closer. Our speed is holding steady, so I'm just not going to mess with that at all. So go to the legs page. We go TATGO, CYVR, NACMA, and then vectors. Looks like I see none of these waypoints on this chart. People Taspi. So what we'll do then, we'll have a look at the plan page. So we have the select button here, map, plan. Maybe zoom in a little bit more. And then we should be able to go through the, man, is it yoke in the way? Can we get it out of the way? No? Some really awkward angling here. The hell, man. Step. TATGO, CYVR, and NACMA. And then there's Vector U, and then TRASP. So NACMA we can just line them up. So we're going to delete vectors. And we're going to delete the route discontinuity there. NACMA strategy. Does it work like this? Oh, it does. Okay, so my bad. So we'll fly to TATGO, YVR, NACMA strategy, and then we'll come around and we'll land. Let's zoom in a little bit more. It does not really help a lot. NACMA, strategy. And then there's the runway. Alright. Go back to the map page. So did we already cross our top of descent maybe? I'm afraid we might have. So let's quickly... No we don't. No we don't. Alright. TATGO is how long? 47. Okay, I'm quickly stepping off into the galley, and I will be back within 2 shakes of 1 land tail, and let's have an interesting wing view. Right, so here we are again. Quickly get back onto the flight deck. We're still in time for our descent. It's good news. Let's... So we're holding speed at 220 knots. So finally, we can have a short bit of rest and have a look at our surroundings and the aircraft. it is a really cool airplane. And again, I must say, maybe actually even after seeing this one, the RJ100, and then comparing that to the 146, it's almost as if I'm beginning to like appreciate the RJ, the 146 a little bit more. It's not that I never did at all. I absolutely love that plane. It's just a bit of a handful to fly, so I need the right amount of headspace to do that with the VOR and the manual energy management, so the thrust management and everything. But that is actually really is in a way like has its charm, you know. And but this is definitely a very cool aircraft. I'm very happy I purchased it. I was able to get it on some sort of like a 20% discount because I already own the 146. So then when you own the 146, Just Flight will give you a 20% discount on the aircraft, on this aircraft. Obviously I also had some points, so I got it eventually for like 47 euros something. It's still a lot of money for a, you know, it's an add-on, but it's a, these are Just Flights have very, very good add-ons, and I'm having lots of fun with these. And to make it even sound more spoiled, I would actually not even go back to, what's that sound? What's the pilot next to me opening up a bag of chips or something? But anyway, I would not even go back quickly to the standard FS 2020 airplanes, you know. There's just some buttons that you cannot press, and yeah, you know, basically from the get-go, I've started watching these YouTubers, especially 320 sim pilots. Later there was also a 330 driver who can be actually very insightful. It's a totally different approach, so that's kind of a funky combination like that. As I said, 320 sim pilot, man, this guy is an absolute hero. And I learned a lot from watching his videos. I believe we should be able to set the landing altitude, but should actually be, yeah, I'm a little bit scared. Wait, I think if we landing, yeah, so landing will be 0 basically, so that's okay. We could maybe turn off the anti-ice, or shall we just go ahead and mess with that? So what happens if we turn off this? I think maybe screen heat should always be on, right? Vital. Let's just leave those on. So we should get ready for descent. I hear some sounds behind me. Is that the galley? I have to check, man. It might be the coffee machine. That is indeed on. I think it might be the coffee machine. But let's close the door behind us. Top of this bed coming closer and closer. Like 11 or 12 miles. So let's send, can we see it on the flight plan? Oh, touch the button. Start by 8,000. looks like the ILS is maybe picked up. Can you see that? DME 1 and 2. They're both the same radio. Alright, so how to descend? I think we can do vertical speed. And let's go down, start by 1000 feet per minute maybe. I think we're probably going way too slow. Not in a dangerous kind of way or anything, but see if we go climb. We could have set 280 for the speed, and we kept maintaining 220 knots. Cruise 280. Looks like 280 on the descent as well. So we're on our way to Tadgo, where we should be at 10,000 feet. Well, we're not making that, so let's go 2,500 feet. At YVR, we should be at, where is the bottom legs? YVR, we should be at 8,000. But it's already at 4 nautical miles. Let's extend a little bit of speed brake. (10,000 feet). Landing lights come on. Seatbelt sign goes on. Speed 218. I'm going to keep speed brakes engaged, extended, and then 3,000. See if we can go a little bit more like idle kind of style. Zoom out a little bit there. On our way to Nakma, right turn to Taspi. So at some point we'll take a right turn to Taspi. I wouldn't mind having Booble in there. Quickly check the speed here. 203. Let's release or the retract the speed brake. Booble comes there. Execute. That gives us a little bit more room, a little bit more headroom if you will. So 3,000 feet, we're still aiming for that. That should work out pretty well. So it looks like we got a bit of a rough start there, but this so far appears to be going okay. So 3,000 feet coming up. Our speed is a bit high. Extending the speed brakes. And there we have the approach button for once we are within 30 degrees of the localizer. We're now 8 nautical miles from the runway, so that should be right there. Oh, that's an island, I believe, a peninsula. Anyway, keep on going, 3,000 feet, altitude hold, I would think, yes. And then up next, well, booble makes no sense, 4530. So let's do slash 3000. Execute. Let's disengage or retract the air brake. Let's reduce speed. Well, let's keep it at 190, should be okay actually. We do have a ways to go a little bit. Now, the aircraft has auto spoilers. They are on. As far as I know, they retract or they deploy automatically upon touchdown. And I believe we will have to eventually. I saw 320 Simpala do this, not sure why I did it, maybe it's a procedure. Upon final flare, extend the air brake, and then upon touchdown, extend it one step further to lift spoiler. So this is exciting, man. 32 minutes into the flight. Airplane now taking a right turn. Looks like we are below the glide slope. Are there any speed constrictions or whatever on the chart here? Not that I can see. And the runway was 08 right, 3,000 feet. Let's set local QNH. Now on our way to Booble. This is actually some beautiful area, man. Let's see, what are the flap speeds? Flap. Oh, actually we should set our, totally forgot. Let's go to the inner rest page. We're at 121, so that's 126 will be our final approach speed. We are now 14 miles out. Well, and I thought there were also some flap extension speeds, maybe it's here on the left. Fuel construction. Can find it that quickly right there. But can we select this? Let's see, where are we now? So let's see if can we arm the localizer. In any case, we're below the glide slope. I think we should probably descend now. Let's go legs page. Fast speed. so 2,000 feet. Let's do that. Feet. We are, however, still below the glide slope, so that should be fine. We have a visual on the runway. 10 nautical miles. Let's bring back the speed. Gonna go flap 18.
Speed checked. Gear down.
Alright, let's drop the gear then. Now for the speed management and the flaps, I'm not really sure what the flap settings and the flap speeds, corresponding flap speeds are. We're just eyeballing this. Let's go to approach.
Localizer captured.
Localizer captured, glide slope alive. Okay, cool. It's nice to have Mike next to us, explaining all these things to us. Six in the mile.
Speed checked. Flaps 24. Glide slope captured.
Flaps 24, okay. We're going for a final approach speed of 126 knots. Let's just dial that in for now, and we can fine tune the approaches later on, obviously.
Speed checked. Flaps 33.
I'm liking the call-outs there, man. Thank you, Mike. That's very much appreciated. The flaps full. Category 3 auto land. So I've heard that it can actually do an auto land, but we're not going to do that. That's a cool view.
1,000.
Alright, 1,000 feet. This is all too easy, man. I'm not sure after touchdown what's going to happen with the thrust. It's now on
Cabin is secured.
on auto thrust armed. We have a radio altitude 640, 630. Let's turn off the autopilot.
$500.
She feels quite stable.
Minimums.
Air brakes out.
Air brakes out.
50. 40. 30.
Idle.
20.
Nose up. A little bit of a lot of. Oh, we're floating. No, don't float. Settle down, please.
10.
Oh man, why is it not sitting down? Oh wow.
Airspeed live. 80
Oh
knots.
my god.
Go.
Oh, that's such a
Rotate.
shame. Oh, why is it? I thought it would. Maybe we have to turn off the auto thrust after all. That's it. I thought I went to idle, but maybe it doesn't do it
Ground idle.
on auto thrust.
Spoilers, yellow and green.
I think that's this. Oh, no.
Brake
Let's
pressure check.
do a lot of toe braking now. So that's the first landing.
60 knots.
Where can we go? Left. Flaps can come up. Welcome to Vancouver, everybody. So this was the my first landing in the RJ 100. So I think next time, I'm not really sure. I thought I always press the F1 key on the keyboard to go engine idle. I'm not sure if what it does with when the auto thrust is armed. Could try something if we just brake right here. Sure if you're going to like this, but we turn on auto thrust. I'll forget it. We'll just check it next time on landing. So yeah, man, that's the RJ 100. There's also the RJ 85 and the RJ 70 when you purchase this aircraft. In total, they come with like a whole bunch of liveries. We're just gonna go straight here and out. We're crossing some lines there and everything. But yeah, I feel ready for another flight. Not right now, but definitely in the near future. We'll stop. Parking brake is set. Let's turn off the engine. It's always tilting a little bit weird after a flight. So here we are. Touchdown. The airplane looks to be in one piece. So the touchdown was a little bit scary. It just like the last 10 feet or something simply wouldn't come down. And then I turned off the auto thrust. And then I was actually able to put it on idle. I think I tried before, so that's what I'll try next time. Yeah, man, but very happy with it. Very nice little aircraft. And very cool that you can fly using GPS, basically. And that you have the FMC on the board. And all that stuff. It's actually pretty cool. Thank you, Mike, very much for the call-outs, because that was extremely helpful, especially in this early stage of getting to know the exact quirks of this plane and its needs and desires and wishes and whatever it needs to have a smooth performance. So that was pretty cool too. That really helped a lot. So I want to thank everybody for checking, and I am your personal funky sim pilot. And stay funky, keep your loved ones close, and stay strong. And I will see you at the next video. Bye bye.